Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby I wonder, put your sweats on me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it. Don't you what you want. Oh, I the justice. Put it in the song. Alright.
Now, let me ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year? When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Marketing come up with that for him. Those were his phrases that he came up with, that he believed in.
Just win. Play hard. Try not to make mistakes. But don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win. Just win.
Yo, welcome to the SE Experience and Raider Twuan. We live on both channels. You already know what time it is. It's time for the 2-4-1 podcast. You feel me? All things Raiders, man. Previewing week 4, which is against the Los Angeles Chargers, or how we like to call them, the Los Angeles Chokers. Twuan, how you doing, brother?
Wait, hold on. Whew. Hey. Shout out to everybody in YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Raider Nation. Y'all know you guys know what it is. 2 for 1 Nation podcast. Get the brown crackers and the Capri Suns flowing in the chat. Get them going right now. Quit playing with yourself. Go ahead and do that right now.
And you already know, man. Like I said, I'm feeling good as well, man. It's good for another week of Raiders football. As much as it stresses us out and gets us irritated sometimes, at the end of the day, it's some Raiders football, man. It's a football in general. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day so far. I'm about to give a shout out to the chat, but um, of course, make sure to hit that like button on both channels. We're simulcasting on both. Also, subscribe if you're new, and if you haven't yet, go check out the latest live from Twuan that reviewed the game, and also check out the latest live from mine. But if you don't want to go through all my stuff, I uploaded a short that could sum up the whole live. Go check it out. It's only like 40 seconds, man. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think it was gonna do that good, but it's a new trend I'm starting. It's called math is not mathin'. That's the new trend right there. The math is not mathin'. But that's a little bit talking about Josh McDaniels. But shout out to everybody, man. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of news building up to the game. Let me see who's in here. Lakers in 5 in the building. Was good. Was good. Speaking of basketball, Damian Lillard to the Bucks is crazy. That is insane. I don't know. That is insane. Shout out to All Eyes on G in the building. Raider Ben, salute. Thrash in the building. Hey guys, driving the truck won't be in chat. It's all good, brother. Thank you for even joining us and listening in while you're doing that. Shout out to Willie Wayne in the building. Raider Ben again. Shout out to you, Thomas Hernandez. Salute. Alfredo's also in the building. Salute. Let me see who else is in here. Earning an ability. The coach is not coaching. That's a new one too. That's a good one too. I said the math is not mathing. Because I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about. But let's get straight into it. I think that's everybody. Hopefully I didn't skip any, but if I skip you, I apologize. But let's get straight into it, man. Let's go straight away, man. How did you feel about week 3? Tuan, how did you feel about week 3? A little standpoint there.
You know, I instead of eating brown crackers, I need to eat some popcorn. We've seen this. We've seen this movie at least 2 times. We saw it in the Broncos game. We saw it in the Bills game. They stopped our run. They forced Jimmy G to throw the ball, and Jimmy G's not built like that to throw the ball that many times in the game. And his inaccuracies, his even the completed throws that he made, they were, the quality was ducks. So they definitely need to figure that out. I was hoping and expecting that they were going to win that game. But playing like we've been playing for the past 3 weeks, the same way, yeah, that's the result you're going to get.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody. Let me just resume before I give my insight there. There's more people joining us. D Menace in the building was good. D Menace, good to see you. Hope all is well. Milka Beezy in the building as well. Shout out to Milka Beezy. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Raider Way in the building as well. Salute. Thank you for everybody that's just joining us. On this Thursday afternoon. You feel me? Thursday night football today for everybody that just likes to watch football and has a fantasy player today. I forgot who's playing today though. I think the Lions and the Packers, something like that.
Yeah,
Uh, yep. Shout out to Rich. Or he said Rich Gannon OC now. But for me, obviously it's kind of same as Twan, right? You know, at the same time, I'm gonna give him. A benefit of the doubt. The last benefit of the doubt I'm ever gonna give this team this year, and that's last year. I was kind of reviewing last year compared to this year because same as Twan. I think it's the same thing over again, just different names and stuff like that. Same coaches, right? So I went back. I looked at last year, which is obviously 2022, the 2022 season. And I was really analyzing it. And I've noticed something as far as week 4 goes. That's when things started, in a sense, clicking on the offense. And what I mean is the running back. Now, will it happen again? It's a possibility. Everything's the same right now. So I would have doubted if it happens again. But also, like I said, it's different names. The O line is playing different than it was last year. And that's a major change there. For me, I think this Charger game is a must win for both teams. And this is why I say it's a must win for both teams. Because just like last year, when I take away week 3 and I take away what happened between the Raiders and Steelers, I kind of see that there's coaches on the hot seat in the NFL, man. And Josh McDaniels, believe it or not, might be on one, especially with the players. And we're gonna review a certain player that has some interesting words. It's one thing for me to say it. It's one thing for Twuan to say. It's one thing for you guys to even say it in the chat. But for one of our best players on the offensive side of the football and in the NFL to say what he said, you have to raise some eyebrows. You can't just leave it alone just because he said it. But we'll talk about it right now. Um, but yeah, for week 3, it was disappointing. We should have won that again. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked it, go check out the short that I dropped. The math did not math in, man. Josh McDaniel made a horrible decision at the end. Also, 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 overall, I think that we could have played a lot better against them. But let me give a shout out to everybody that's just joining us again. Wild Turkey in the building, Jace Purple in the building as well. Shout out to Angel in the building as well. He says, Eric Twuan, what's good? Just hope the nation shows up in LA this weekend. We have to win this one. Salute to you and the Raider Nation family. You already know, man. Me and a lot of the guys over here, man, and Anwan and stuff like that, content creators out here, man. We going to LA, man. We go have a
Hey,
fun time and stuff like that. Go ahead.
yeah, Angel. I don't think it's a situation of if the nation's gonna show up. It's if these players show up.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. And let me actually see if I could bring up the video. Where's the video at? Damn, where's the video at? Hold on, give me a second. Let me see. Shout out to everybody joining us. Let me see if anybody else. Are you going to the game on Sunday, Eric? Yes. I'll be in LA on Sunday afternoon, of course, because it's at 1:25 p.m. I believe. Um, I'll be there. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. If you're gonna be there, hit me up on IG. Be like, SC, I'll be here, or or something, and then I'll be like, hey, just come over here and kick it, man, and just have fun. You feel me? At the end of the day, we're there to have a good time, and hopefully the Raiders, make the time extra special with the win. Let me see if anybody's there. But yeah, while I get this Devontae Adams video, uh, any other insights about Sunday? What happened between the Steelers and Raiders at 20?
You know what? To be honest with you, like as much as we want to talk, about some of the negatives, there was some interesting positives,
Yeah.
and I will say this, and it's up to here we go with the coaching, right? If you guys watch my video, I put out, every week I put out, who ate the brown crackers, and who ate the brown crackers is literally highlighting a player, win or loss, that steps up. And the player that I identified was a name that wasn't a flashy name. Like, it was easy to say, oh yeah, DA balled out. But I picked John Jenkins. And the reason why I picked John Jenkins is because our run game defensively was actually not too bad up the middle. And it was all like going back and seeing who was the one in there stirring the drink. It was John Jenkins in the middle, handling the middle of our defense. I think Najee only went for like 62 yards. And, that was one of the things that I told, before the game. I said, look, I know everybody's talking about George Pickens, but the way we haven't been stopping the run, if the Steelers decided to run the ball and they get good yardage on that, Tomlin's not stupid. He will run the ball all day. He wouldn't even throw it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think John Jenkins did well in the middle for us stopping the run. And again, it's going to have to be up to Patrick Graham to make sure he's out there, more often, because right now it's outside of Max Crosby on our D line. I feel like all those positions are open invitation, open competition. And if it's John Jenkins, as old as John Jenkins is, because remember, John Jenkins is probably the oldest one on our D-line. You know, as old as John Jenkins is, if he's the one that's producing, I need to see his number on the field more often.
Yep, yep. A shout out to Jesse Cardenas joining us right now. And salute to everybody that's just joining us right now, man. We got 31 people and it's rising between both channels, man. We appreciate y'all. And yeah, we appreciate for the ones that are right here for right now. Shout out to Brad Labs just joining us as well. Salute to everybody, man. But I got the video. It's obviously some very interesting words. Very interesting words, you feel me? And here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Shout out to Vegas Sports Today. This is theirs, and here you go.
I mean, I haven't said anything. Sometimes you need some time to process and figure out what exactly to say. So, we heard from Coach, and we had a few conversations individually, but it's tough because this is a really good team. We have a lot of potential. I would say that you're not a good team until you prove it. But this team has some potential. We got the players. We just got to figure out how to play together on both sides of the ball and stop putting ourselves in such tough to overcome positions. We had way too many of those today, and whether it's penalties or sacks or we didn't make the play outside, whatever it was, got to take care of the ball. And it's just that's not how you look at all these analytics and all these things. Teams that have won with the the turnover battle and all these things, and they don't mean shit until you go out there and you play ball. We're having a tough time consistently doing that right now, and I don't want to act like it's all crazy. It's week 3, but I don't got time to wait around. It's not a personal thing. I mean, it is a personal thing, but it ain't just about me. But I mean, it's not my mentality to sit here and try to take all season to figure it out. You use these early games like this to establish our identity, and we're not doing things the right way to establish a winning culture early in the season. So we got to do something to turn that around.
It can look so good for one season.
And Twuan, I'm gonna let you take it away on that. Your insights on what he said, man. Go ahead.
This is something that I've been talking about, and a few other people have been talking about, and we were, identified as negative individuals. But when you start to see your star player, and let's however you want to rank him, he probably is our best player. You know what I'm saying, on our team. Saying stuff like this, you definitely have to keep an eye on it, especially when before the season started, there was reports of him not being happy, and then he had to come out and try to smooth that out. And this is not the first time that DA has spoke out about this organization. This is not the first time he's spoken about where this team is. And DA is in a position, ladies and gentlemen, he's got the money. The only thing that he's missing is a ring. And he knows that Father Time ain't on his side. So to come over here to play with his best friend, then his best friend and the head coach didn't get along, so he was out the door. Then to bring in somebody that this head coach identified as his guy, that we got rid of the problem, right? And then brought in a guy that was supposed to get us running to get what we're getting right now. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why it's hard. Another reason why it's hard for this Shield to continue to keep top quality players, because of stuff like this. And here we go again with having a very good player, arguably one of the best wide receivers in the game, kind of on the fence on should I stay or should I go? And that's not going to help us as an organization move this team forward. A team that needs to be comprised of, again, like I say, cheap labor, but also you need high quality guys. And here goes another wide receiver. Here goes another weapon out the door. This is alarming, guys. And right now, the only reason why I don't believe Josh Jacobs is saying too much is because he knows that some of the blame of the reason why this offense ain't moving the way that it needs to move is because of him. Because the running game is not just on the offensive line; it's on Josh Jacobs too. So when we have, and this just with DA as being a leader, this is a leader, ladies and gentlemen, that's frustrated. So when you have a leader that's frustrated, do you think that he's going to you think in practice, when practice gets tough, or when McDaniels is over here talking crazy out the side of his neck at another player, do you think that DA is going to put on his leadership cap and say, oh, I need to be the captain right now, and let me go and talk to this young guy to make sure that we don't lose him? No, that's not what's going to happen. And when you start looking at all these other players that are frustrated, to go down the line, you look at Max Crosby being frustrated because he's getting double and triple coverage while everybody else is over there sipping lemonade and cake and pie and still can't get off they block. He's getting frustrated too. Do you think that do you think there's some leadership that comes out of him when he's frustrated on him not eating? So all of this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an issue in the locker room. I hope that is not the case, but be prepared. Be prepared, because if this is if what we're seeing right now is in week 3, and you guys talk about we got a long season, yeah, we got a long season. So don't. And I know how some of you guys, I know how some of us are. We look at this and like, oh, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna ignore it. Look, when there's smoke, there's fire. And right now, it's the smoke out hour. We might as well call Gabe on this show, because there's a whole lot of smoke right now. And it starts with our head coach.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to I think Robert Pena joining us. Laker Nation, no. That it's a no for your question. Everybody knows how I stand on the draft. That's a whole different topic. Everybody knows what I stand on the draft. I think I wasn't live for the first round though, but I did give my insight after. Go check out that video. Um, I was everybody kind of called me what's the word at the time, they called me negative too. They said I wasn't a Raider fan because I didn't support the pick, or I wasn't all over the pick. But everybody knows who I wanted. Everybody knows who my number one corner was. By the way, he's balling out with the Patriots, and everybody knows who was my D tackle. He's balling out with the Eagles. Just and that's the thing, Ben. Exactly where you point that. Shout out to Nutty Raider Nate. Shout out to Nutty Raider Nate in the building. Shit, it starts from the top with the owner Mark Davis. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the video. I made a live specifically on coach hirings. Specifically on coach hiring, I think 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Go check it out. It's easy to find because I took a 1 month vacation. Go check it out. I forgot what I named it, but I went through every coach from '01 till now. And you'll notice a trend everywhere from the last few moments of rest in peace Al Davis to Mark Davis transition. And you realize that all the coaches we have brought in haven't had a good resume before joining the Raiders. So to me, I feel like we're giving the right contracts and we're giving the right things to the wrong candidates. And I said this on that show specifically. Now, at the end of the day, I'm the same way I was with Jared Stidham last year, and I'm the same way Jimmy Garoppolo and Josh McDaniels. I have to have some faith in them, because if I don't, then I'm practically saying I want the Raiders to lose. And the reason being is if Josh McDaniels does good and Jimmy Garoppolo does good, the Raiders win. And that's what I want. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of this shit, especially for a guy like me that never seen a single fucking Super Bowl, a single playoff win. It's disappointing every year, and it pisses me off, you know. And us newer generation compared to the old generation, we got two different mentalities, right? I know the older generation is kind of like, damn, we missed the good old days, this, that, and the third. Seeing these two guys play, we seen Super Bowls. At least I got to see a Super Bowl. I seen somebody say that's in the older generation say that they're happy that they got to see a Super Bowl. For me, I can't say the same, bro, and it gets me irritated because it's like, how in 20 years you never get better? Why is it that you never get better? And that's the biggest question I have for these past 20 years. And it gets irritating because at the end of the day, in my opinion, Mark Davis has never been a football mind. I mean, for fuck's sake, he brought a bunch of people to help him make decisions because he didn't know what to do when he first started the transition. So for me, he's never been a football mind. That's understandable. But he's a good business guy. I will give him that. But at the end of the day, I would rather have somebody that wins than somebody that all he cares about is a Taylor Swift concert at the Legion Stadium, if I'm being honest. Now, I'm not gonna call for his head yet. I was calling for his head a little bit last year. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm gonna calm down a little. And this is the transition to week 4 now. And then we're gonna see Twan's insight. For me, I think this week 4 is a must win for either team because both Staley and Josh McDaniels are on the hot seat. And if they're not on the hot seat, there's gonna be a scapegoat within that hot seat, which is Patrick Graham. Maybe Kellen Moore over there in the Chargers gets a boot off of 1 year. This is the game that decides jobs. Okay, both teams both teams are 1-2, I believe, or I think the Chargers are 0-3. They're 1-2, right? They're 1-2. We're 1-2. The Chargers are known for choking. They're known for shooting themselves in the foot. The Raiders are known for shooting themselves in the foot. They both have coaches that are not head coaches. And they also have a lot of injuries on both sides. Well, actually, on one side, there's a lot of injuries. We're, of course, missing Chandler, which I'm not going to even get into that, what I've seen today. But Mike Williams is out for the season. They lost their number 2 receiver that likes to put up numbers against us, so that's good for us. Quentin Johnson's the rookie over there to take over him, which Quentin Johnson's one of the best. I thought was the number 1, number 2 receiver in this year's draft because TCU, big body receiver, speedy receiver, nothing to play with in the red zone. That's something to monitor. So for me, I think it's a must win for both teams. What do you think, Juan?
I tried not to be this way. I really tried not to. It has to be one of the most important games in our season. The first 4 games is what they call your first quarter. And in that first quarter, in most cases, teams by that time, by week 3, week 4, have identified the identity of their team, whether it's pass first, run second, whether it's run first, play action, whatever it is. There's an identity for every team. We don't know our identity of our team. Because whatever the coach's identity or wants to be the desired identity is, it hasn't panned out. So it's going to be tough because it's not like we're the only one that's in desperation. The other team is in desperation. And the only thing that I will push back on you on what you took was McDaniels being on the hot seat. I don't believe, unfortunately, that McDaniels is not on the hot. I think McDaniels is sitting back thinking, oh, everything will be all right. I'm good. Everything's great. That's just how I take it. So with that being said, the Chargers are in more of a sense of desperation because they know that their coaches really on the hot seat. I don't think McDaniels is on the hot seat.
Okay.
There's too much, and you can go with so many scenarios on as to why. You can go with the money, knowing that Gruden is still on the books and McDaniels is on the books. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm just running the number in my head. I think it's about like 80 million or something like that within those two coaches. So as much as McDaniel should be on the hot seat, he might
not
be. He might be, and because he knows that he's not on the hot seat for sure, he might have another situation where he kicks a field goal when he should be going for 7.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, I think the first one out would be Patrick Graham, bro. If I were to pinpoint it, I
Oh
think it
yeah,
would be Patrick
yeah.
Graham.
And again, if it does come to something needs to move, that's where I feel like it's not necessarily a hot seat on McDaniels. It's going to be the hot seat on, okay, like they say, the shit rolls downhill. Well, guess what? It's going downhill to the defensive coordinator. And unfortunately, Patrick Graham. And I've been saying that since the beginning, you know what I'm saying, that Patrick Graham's going to be the fall guy regardless.
And if you guys can,
even though last week, if you really want to look at how our defense did, like overall, they didn't do too bad last week. They actually, I think honestly, that was probably their better game defensively. But again, he's the fall guy.
This the bend don't break defense. That's what people don't understand, right? This defense is not built, and they did bring in people like Marcus Peters that gets takeaways and he still has and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this defense is more built on stopping when you need to get stops. That's what it's built on, and hope for the best. And you seen it last game. They got the stop, you know, and we only had 20 seconds, and that's the coach's fault at the end of the day. Like, as if you guys haven't, you go check out the short, you'll realize what I'm talking about. But I just wanted to bring this up because this is what from my video. If you guys don't want to go back on my thing, I'm gonna just skim through it. Of course, like I'm gonna read it quick fast, right? Norv Turner, 49 wins, 59 losses prior to the Raiders. We hired him, right? Another guy, Art Shell, he had a really good career as a Los Angeles Raider as a player. Went 1-3 in the playoffs, became the Raiders head, and you guys know how that went. Lane Kiffin, he was proven as a coordinator, never proven as a head coach, became a coach, and yeah, I know how that went. Tom Cables went 3-20 prior to joining the Raiders at College of Idaho, and then we hired him. And then he went to offensive. Obviously, he went to line coach UCLA. They went 16-8, but still, you see what I'm saying? 3 for 20. Hugh Jackson became the wide receivers for like 6 different teams because people didn't want to keep him all the time. Dennis, I call him Dennis. What the fuck, Allen? You feel me? From you could read it yourself there if you want to pause it and stuff like that. What I had there, the Saints from you guys see it there. I don't even gotta. Yeah, y'all don't even gotta see it. Jack Del Rio, bro. Prior to joining us, went 68 for 71 in his years at Jacksonville,
and we just got him off the books. we just finished paying Del Rio.
Mm-hmm. Then you got John Gruden, which obviously I think John Gruden had really something. I believe that if Gruden was still here, we would be a lot better. The reason being, you've seen the improvement every year on the offensive side of the ball and as a team. But then those things happen, and then what happened? You know, and then the Reggie McKenzie era of drafting. I don't even got to get into that. I talked about that on that live. You guys want to go check it out over there? It's not that different. That's a little. Yeah, so you guys, that's a little bit of a thing right there, right? Nutty Raider Ness said, bunch of yes men, question mark, question, all definitely mid. Yep, and that's what I'm saying. We keep giving. I said this before even Josh me that we keep giving the right contract to the wrong people that have a bad resume. And I get it, 6 Super Bowls, blah blah blah. But as a coordinator, y'all, I kind of realize his head coaching hasn't been the best, and I know, and a lot of people kind of said, "Oh, it's okay. The Broncos were shit anyways." Brandon Marshall just hated him. Brandon Marshall, what he was speaking was the truth. And when I say he was speaking the truth, everybody was like, oh, Brandon Marshall was crazy. Brandon Marshall has issues. That's why he's saying that. He has a hatred towards. Oh, does he look dumb now? Does he look dumb now? Because that's exactly what's happening right now. Even Devontae Adams said it himself. Look at what he said. And that's similar to what Brandon Marshall said. Literally, just Devontae Adams sugarcoat the fuck out of it. Caleb Williams to the Broncos. It's hella obvious they are tanking. Oh hell no! I would
and
hate
and
that, bro.
and also, like, also with the DA, responses, and even with you kind of have to look at it in this scope too. Is when you're employed by those people, there's only there's only a certain amount, or there's a certain line you can actually go and still be safe. And with DA's response, he gave you enough to let you know where he's at, but he didn't go past the line. You get what I'm saying? And that's why it's interesting to listen to players or people that were in the organization that are no longer attached to that team. Like if and I'm just gonna say a Raider whatever player. I'm not gonna say a name, but just picture a Raider player and say he went to the Bengals, right? And then they ask him questions over at the Bengals about the Raiders. You better listen to what he's talking about over there over at the Bengals, because what he's saying when he was wearing the shield, you know what I'm saying, is going to be kind of downplayed, because guess what? He wants to check. So, you gotta put a little more heat on what DA was saying, and don't just think, oh, it was just as casual as he said it, because he's saying that under restraint.
And here's the problem with us now, right? The biggest problem is that we accept mediocrity. That's the biggest problem. Why? Because like Twan said earlier, the negativity side of it. Every time you give a real take and a take that makes sense, it's negative. Now, I get it. You want us to be sunshine and rainbows and say, "Oh my God, this coach is amazing. He's gonna do this, that, and the third." Shout out to Kevin Lurker, Snoops Hernandez, salute. Uh, I know you guys want us to come out here and say we're gonna go 17-0, blah blah blah. We're gonna make the play. We're gonna make the Super Bowl and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if we keep doing that, the team is nobody's ever gonna get punished. Everybody, they're gonna chill, lay back, and be like, "Hey, we're gonna lose, but our fan base is still gonna be positive about us. They're still gonna love us. We don't care." That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Is the fact that we keep letting shit fly. And it's okay. You could be positive. I say it every live. I'm a positive guy. I like to be positive in life. But when it comes to the Raiders and my team, your team, our nation, aren't we tired of losing? That's just a question. Aren't we tired of losing? Regardless of it, I'm still gonna be a Raider fan. I've been a Raider fan all my life. And if you need proof, you could go to multiple of my lives where I showed my baby picture. I was born into this shit. That was my story. You feel me? My brother got me into it since I was one. Was putting oversized Raider jerseys on me since I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then once I started understanding football, of course, I started watching it more and more. I was born into this shit, bro, and it hurts me to know that this team is not doing anything to improve on no state. And every year, I pray. I'm like, these Raiders, they have so much potential. I hope it happens. I hope they execute. And then just to be disappointed again. I told myself I was going to have no expectations this week. I mean, this year. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna admit it. I drank a little bit of the Kool-Aid of the people that saying be positive, be positive, be positive. Stop overreacting. Be positive, be positive. And I did. I drank a little bit of the Kool-Aid. And now I'm hurt again. I was right, like
It's interesting that, like I said, that we got rid of who they said was the problem, and we still got problems. And it's the same stuff. It's also interesting, even when, because people want to talk about the draft. And it's interesting, even in that aspect of you drafted people, but you don't use them. So why did we even draft him? You drafted Mayer, and how many catches has he had? 1, maybe 2. Tucker, how many catches has he got? I'll wait. Who else can I go with? We paid all this money for Renfro. He's only worth a catch a game in garbage time. So I'm on the mode of it got to be better. It got to be better.
And for me, on that state, right? I never thought he was the problem, right? Um, but I knew it was time to move on from the guy. I'm gonna keep saying it. I think it was time for him to get a brand new start and us to get a brand new start at that quarterback position. So for me, I'm not mad at it. But the biggest question is, did we upgrade? And when we first got this quarterback, I was optimistic. I was like, he knows the system, stuff like that. He's got a win-loss record that's pretty good. And then I also said that Jimmy G ain't the type of person to win you games if you don't got the things around him. The run game ain't working, and now it's just Josh Jacobs' fault. Josh Jacobs' fault. Josh Jacobs' fault. Josh Jacobs the reason, and we're just giving a pass for Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's I really want to bring this back, but I don't know if I'm gonna bring it back because last year was so much to do, and I'd be so busy sometimes. Um, the all 22 film, right? And looking at the games. If you go watch that film, and guys, I think NFL Plus has it. So NFL Plus is like $6.99 a month or like $10.99 a month if you guys want. It drops all the 22 film a couple days after the game. Go watch it yourselves. If you want, even on Twitter, you'll realize that Jimmy Garoppolo. A lot of people say the offensive line has been horrendous, and that it's the reason why Jimmy G don't got time. But if you go look at it, there has been multiple occasions where the guy was just sitting there, and the pass blocking was amazing, amazing, and he missed the read. That is where I will defend Josh McDaniels. I don't think it's all Josh McDaniels, if I'm being honest. He's calling some good plays and some horrible plays, but the good plays are not getting executed by the players. And when he calls bad plays, the players are mad with him. So it's kind of like a balance of the two. So for me, of course, transitioning to that Charger game, I think both teams are gonna play with passion. Jimmy Garoppolo is apparently back from practice. Which Twuan, I want to hear insight if you would throw Jimmy G out there if he passes protocol, or would you go the AOC4 route or Brian Hoyer route?
Hell no for Hoyer. Hell to the no. Woosah. Okay. You love asking these questions that I'm about to go off on. Look. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is a situation where Jimmy G knows he's not just fighting for his health, but he's fighting for his job. Okay? Him having a concussion is opening the door for AOC to go out there and Brock Purdy him again. You know what I'm saying? Like that it will be just like that. AOC would try it out. I'm playing the scenario. AOC will go out there and start ripping the field. We actually seeing deep passes thrown. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seeing no ducks. You know what I'm saying? People gotta contort their whole body to try to catch a touchdown. None of that. We ain't gonna see that with AOC. And then Raider Nation gonna go off AOC, and Jimmy G gonna be sitting there like, damn, I just lost the job. So he was trying, like, I understand there's concussion protocol and you got to go through all the hoops, but he was going, I guarantee you, he was fighting for his life and his career this week to make sure that he was that he had his red jersey on today when he was on the field. And to be honest with you, I rather see AOC at this point. If you know what I'm saying, and I am one of those ones that said, hey, let AOC cook, let him mature, let him grow. But if Jimmy G's gonna be playing like this, 1 interception, 2 interception, 3 interception, what is he gonna do week 4? You know, so he was fighting for his life and his career. So that's why Jimmy G is out there on the field.
I'm about to use the same logic a lot of people used last year on our old quarterback on this quarterback, because everybody's just throwing it under the rug, and I pay attention to these things because I love laughing at people that like to be a little bit of hypocrites. You feel me? I love to laugh at them, and this is a laughing moment. Last year, ex player used to laugh on the sideline, used to be happy every time he fucked up or whatever. In that case, maybe, and a lot of people were looking at that. Jimmy Garoppolo has done the same thing the whole game, laughing, smiling, not giving a jack shit about what just occurred. And to me, I think to myself, what? Why? Just why? 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 Just why? I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to the screen on certain plays, but you'll realize that he'll be laughing if you really look at it, and be smiling when shit happens. And it irritates me because I would be pissed. If I was on that field and I know I'm the reason that we lost, I would be mad. I would be pissed. I wouldn't even want to be on that field. I would leave that field.
You know who's on the hot seat?
Who?
Jimmy G.
Mm.
And hear me out. If Jimmy G goes into our house, you know what I'm talking about now. Every Raider knows we got a home game this week. If he goes into our house, whose house? Raiders. Okay? If he goes into our house and stinks it up, I look, I better hear AOC. I better hear AOC. AOC. Because we need better from this. We have a veteran quarterback that was supposed to come in here and fix our offense. Playing like this. And you thought the Broncos game was convincing? So the hot seat really is on Jimmy. And all eyes need to be on how Jimmy G plays this week. And if he stinks it up, look, I need to hear some AOC chants.
Oh, best believe I'm be there. I'll be like, AOC. I swear, I'm also gonna say Fire McDaniels if we lose, bro. If we're losing bad, I'm gonna start that Fire McDaniels chant, bro. I don't give a shit. I'll even record it.
And I said this, you guys. And this is just me. I'm okay if we were, 5 and whatever, if we had a rookie under center. Okay. I let a rookie be a rookie. But for a veteran quarterback that's supposed to be that knows this offense, that's supposed to that was identified as the fixer of this offense, playing like the way that he's been playing, hey, y'all better get some Sharpies and some signs and start saying we deserve better. something, because it ain't pretty. It's not.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I know we talking in a tone of like, of course the word that's always getting thrown around is negative, right? He said Jimmy G is a winner. Stop hating. But
And where are those people? I'll wait.
I will tell you where some of them are, and this is where I was gonna make on the point of is that you know a lot of people like to use that negative word around, right? And the tone we're using is like a angry tone because at the end of the day, if we don't demand more from this team, the team is gonna do whatever the hell they want, And we're being very critical of the team because they know they need to turn it around, just like Devontae Adams said in the same sentence. He said this team could play better than what they've been playing. And I even said this in the offseason. I said this team has so much potential. The question is, will they reach it? And they still haven't reached it. But they're better than what they have displayed the last 3 weeks. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Now it starts from up top to the bottom. Now I do see, which shout out to all the lurkers out there that don't really type. We appreciate you guys for tuning in as well. Hit that like button, and also I be seeing a couple people not really type, and then they go on other channels and they take what I say on my channel and they try to be sarcastic with it, which is funny to me because I don't like this whole back and forth drama stuff. Like I said, if you have a problem with me, just settle it behind the scenes because I don't really do that no more. I got better things to worry about. I'm living life. I love my life right now. I got, you feel me? Believe it or not, I wasn't gonna say this on air, but might as well say it because I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is why you went on vacation." I got a little some. You feel me? I got a little, I got a little some in my life. You feel me? So for
Yeah.
me, I'm living life, so I don't really care about what people say. But like I said, if you're gonna be sarcastic somewhere else, but then you be a hypocrite about what you say, I can't wait to just laugh. Just laugh.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I,
I can't wait to just laugh.
you know what's funny? I'm so used to it. You know what I'm saying? Before I started, again, I'm the rookie. This is my first season as a YouTube content creator, right? People were there was people that were using my content before I became a YouTube content creator. So I'm used
He
to
says,
I've had content creators steal my stuff and not even give me credit for it. So I'm used to it. So go ahead and steal my credit, steal my stuff, because eventually it's gonna come back to me. And people be like, "Oh, that sounds like Twuan." Yeah, that was me.
he said, "Essie, remind me." Oh hell no! You just did a comparison to Chandler. Chandler's a whole different beast, bro. I don't know what the hell he doing, bro. I go that respectful. I don't know what. Yeah, he's crazy. But me, I just laugh at it.
Mhm.
People send me stuff and I look at it and I'm like, look, at the end of the day, I'm living life. I'm happy. I'm doing my thing. And they're too busy doing that, thinking it's getting under my skin. If anybody knows me and anybody knows me even in person, I'm a very chill, laid back dude still. I'm very chill, very laid back. And also if people know me from the video game world, I've heard worse than a lot of things. So to me, nothing really gets me under my skin. I like getting under people's skin. It's pretty easy for me to do, but I just don't do it because
You're
it's
lucky.
like there's no point. At the end of the day, let's be honest. We got bigger things to worry about. So that's why I'd be chilling. But I just wanted to point that out because I know they're gonna be watching and they're probably gonna feel some way. And again, they're gonna think, oh, look at Eric starting shit, blah blah blah. But no, it's just, I peep things, Don't worry. I peep things and it's funny to me because it's like it doesn't really do anything. Like, great job. Congratulations. I don't think anybody's laughing but you. But hey, there you go.
Your
But
life your life will change when you get you a Shirley. So get you a Shirley.
hey, I don't got Shirley, but I gotta
You got something like it. Something
I
like
got
it.
you feel me? I
it ain't
gotta
it ain't Tiz, but I keep him clean though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I got a girl, man. I'm gonna say that out
That's
now. But
good. That's good.
I ain't gonna say no names or put it
Nah,
on here, but I
nah,
will
nah.
say like I
Nah.
will say like I got someone, man. So
Shirley ain't Shirley, if you know what I mean.
there you go. But I will say no, that's not why I took a vacation because I already know somebody in the chat is gonna be. This is why SC was gone. No, no, no. Okay, I started school. I have I have 5 classes. It's insane right now. Then I got work in the morning. Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty thing. But you know what Raider fans are hopeless, optimistic, and then they surprise when the Raiders without failure just lose all the time. No, that's how it be. It's okay to be optimistic though. I think he said Eric, you're straight. That is crazy. That is
No,
insane. Nothing against them, but yeah, but yeah. But
there's nothing wrong with being optimistic. I was very optimistic, and if you look at, you know what I'm saying, my takes before, yeah, I am still hopeful that we win games every week, but you have to be, also at the same time you have to be a realist and realize, hey, if we do this, you like Eric said, the math ain't mathing. When it don't look like it's gonna add up, well, you got to say something about it, right?
yeah,
So, and especially for us, like that are on screen. I said this on my live, yesterday. Is that, I feel like our job is to call it how we see it, even if we like what we're saying or not. I don't like that we suck, but I gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta call a spade a spade. So that's where we're at. That's where we're
yeah.
at.
But I do think it's a must win for both games, and I think shout out to SVT Vasquez. What y'all think about Usher to perform at the Super Bowl? Hey, screw it. Hey, Usher, as long as you bring other people out there, man, I'm cool with it. Cause I don't like it when it's like that Justin Timberlake where it was just him the whole time. And nah,
Yeah.
bring some people out there, man. I like it. I mean, hey, Usher's going Usher. You feel me? Um,
It was easy for them because he already had a residency in Las Vegas anyway, so it
Vegas,
wasn't
yeah,
even like he had to, oh, just go down the street and perform for us, for the Super Bowl, and
yeah.
then go back to your hotel and you're good.
Facts. And shout out to Pyro. Yep, that's facts. The math ain't mathin', man. That's the trend in the SC experience, man. The math ain't mathin', and
And the deep ball
hopefully,
matters.
yep, and the math hopefully is right for us, and it starts mathin' on Sunday, man. But let's get to a little bit of of expectations for the game, right? For
Okay.
me, obviously, I don't have no win. Us winning or losing. I have faith in the team, though. I mean, there's a reason why I'm still going, right? I could have easily sold my ticket, said fuck this, but no, I'm going. It's gonna be a good time to see it, to meet a lot of people. I know Ben's going, Gravy. These are people that I didn't meet before. Now I'm gonna meet other people. Are going as well that I met before that I chopped it up and it's gonna be a good time, man. So that's what I'm excited about Sunday is that the fact that I'm gonna kick it with a lot of you guys, man, and have a fun time and chill, talk some Raiders football, talk some life, see how it is outside of the screen and stuff like that. And for whoever is going on Sunday, please, please, please hit me up, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up. And I swear I'm gonna tell you where I'm at. Hey, pull up. We can have a drink or two, or chill and talk some Raiders football expectations and stuff like that. I think I might. I don't know if I'm gonna do a little bit of a vlog on my phone. I tried doing it before, but it's kind of hard when you're so caught up in the moment, like hey, having fun and eating and all that stuff. It kind of like puts you away from the whole social media and the whole recording and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try to. We're gonna cook up something anyways. But yeah, if you're going, let me know. Let me know, man. Let me know. Eric, work some of your dark magic to give McDaniels. Oh hell no, I'm not gonna do it. That's too much. That's too much. But I would never wish that upon anybody. But Twan, what you feel about the game, man? What's your expectations for this game? Who do you think is gonna do good, bad? What you got for me?
I think it's gonna be. I think it goes back to what we were saying about earlier. Is like, you know, whether you think the coaches staff is both coaching staffs are on a hot seat or not, 1-3 is one of those things that you don't want to be ever, you know what I'm saying, coming out in an NFL season. So both of these teams, and on top of that, it's a division, you know what I'm saying, division game, which is already a scrappy game as it is. So you have a scrappy game, you know what I'm saying, and then you have not playoff implications, but like pretty much how the season is going to go implications moving forward in play. So I think this game is going to be very nasty. I don't think it's going to be a blowout on any side. Now, is there going to be coaching decisions on each side that could possibly mess up the game? Of course, because we know that McDaniels is stupid and Coach Staley over there is also stupid. So stupid and stupid just makes it even more stupid. And you guys can clip that up. But it but yeah, I think it's going to be a very nasty game. It's kind of hard to call. But if you ask me who had more hunger, I think the Chargers have more hunger. Because I still feel like McDaniels is, I still got this. I think I'm still in control, and I hope these players, I know that it's probably not going to come from McDaniels, but I hope, Crosby and DA, as much as they're talking to the media about how they're feeling, I hope they're putting fire under some of these other guys to say, hey, get your stuff together. Because we definitely need that. And of course it's another home game. So don't be out there, don't be losing at home. Don't lose at home. Protect home.
Facts. So shout out to Gabe. Gabe, don't lie, cause you remember the last time tailgating. I was drinking the most and I was chill. I was laid back and you were rolling up the whole time and stuff like that. Don't do that, Gabe. Gabe, we know the truth, bro. We know the truth. I was chill. I was chill, man. I'm not lightweight, bro. But shout out to everybody, man. Josh McDaniels not gonna win Coach of the Year now. Question mark, what happened? But I will say this about the game. I kind of agree with Twan. I think this is a game that I'm gonna keep repeating it every time. I'm gonna keep repeating it. It's a must win for both teams, and it's a must win for our Las Vegas Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Los Angeles Raiders, however you want to refer to them, man. At the end of the day, these Raiders, it's a must win for them. A lot of people are on the hot seat. A lot of people are getting irritated within the locker room, and it's time to execute and show the potential that we all know you could reach. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep sticking by my word, and I ain't go ever take that word out. I'm not gonna change my mind. I always said this team has a lot of potential, and the question is, can they reach the potential? Well, you want to know what game they could reach that potential at, and when it's time to kick, start putting the foot on the gas. It's this one, this one right
Today.
here. Yep, today,
Right
You heard
now.
me? On Sunday at 1:25 or 1:05 p.m., whatever the time it is, you have to start. You feel me? You have to. This is where you start. This is where you start showing everybody, hey, all that potential talk. Here's the potential we could do. Boom, we're coming in here. We're gonna beat a division rival. We're gonna show that we ain't the third worst team, fourth worst team. We're gonna show you that we're top 2 in this division. And we're gonna show you that we deserve to be up there. And no, Gabe, I'm not going to Roscoe's in the morning on Sunday because I'm gonna be over here, and I have to go to my brother's house, and then from my brother's house we gotta go to the game, obviously. So, yeah, I'm not going to Roscoe's, but hopefully you guys have fun, man. Um, but yeah, when it comes to this, oh wait, let me take this banner out. When it comes to this is the game to show that potential. Now, like I said, I gave it the benefit of doubt, and I still am. I'm not gonna say we're gonna win or lose because the last time I said we were gonna win, we lost. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna jinx this team or anything. I'm hoping. I have confidence. This is the game to reach that potential. And now only time will tell if they reach it. All you have to do is this. I think 3 to 5 things need to happen. Establish that run game. Jimmy G has a run game. It will work more fluently the offense. Number two, Number two, take advantage of the Chargers' weak points. And what I mean is when you see something not working for them, target that. And what I mean is on the offensive side of the ball, when one of their corners is getting burned every time, keep targeting that guy. Keep feeding until he gets stopped. Because at the end of the day, you you take advantage of their weak point. Number three, make adjustments if it's not going your way. If it's not going away, don't sweat it, but make them adjustments to throw the other team off because a lot of teams are expecting us to not do adjustments. And if you adjust, you're gonna catch them off guard and you're gonna win. Fourth, don't panic on your decisions, Josh McDaniels. Please don't do the same thing you did last week where it's math is not mathing. You know the truth. We know the truth. We all know the truth. Just go out there and execute a game plan. And if the game plan ain't working, go to plan B. And if you don't have plan B, go to plan C. But at the end of the day, do whatever you can to get the W because what especially matters is that win. And number five, Raiders. I know some of you players like to watch a lot of podcasts behind the scenes and like to comment on a lot of what us fans have to say and stuff like that. But if you want to turn around your season, week 4 is the week to do it. You want to turn around your season and you want to prove everybody wrong and you want to reach the potential every single one of you players could reach. This is the game to do it. And now it's time to execute on Sunday. I'm gonna be there. You know, hey, I'm gonna be yelling. I'm gonna be yelling Raiders the whole time. I don't care. Let's get that W, man. Let's win at SoFi. Let's get that W. Turn the season around and truly show everybody the potential you could reach. Because we all know you could play at a next level. I think Devontae Adams came out today in the morning saying the same thing that he knows that this team could reach another level, but they haven't reached it yet, and they need to reach it yet. And this is the game to do it. So for me, I'm gonna call this game like all I said. I'm gonna call this game the must season turnaround game or the season turnaround game. The STG. This is the STG for me that you have to execute.
And the other reason why is I said the 1-3 situation, but if we win this game, it's 2-2. That means we're back at 500, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? You can be 500 and early in the season and still make a push to the playoffs. And we know that when you get to the dance, all you got to do is boogie and you'll get into the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So that we still have that opportunity. But again, you have to, and I said this the other day, we have to take care of the games that we know that we can win, and then be competitive in the games that we shouldn't win, to have hopes for a postseason. And I still have hopes for postseason. You know what I'm saying? I'm still optimistic about us being a playoff team, but they have to, like Eric said, it has to start this week. It has to start today. Jimmy G went out there. He better be slinging it. We better see a whole new Jimmy G, or I better be hearing AOC chants. You know what I'm saying? Because we are, ladies and Raider Nation, we are commitment to excellence. We're committed to excellence, and we need to expect excellence. And right now, it there ain't nothing excellent. So we need to demand that as fans, that we expect excellence, whether it's making the proper adjustments or whatever the situation may be. They need to figure that out.
And facts, Gabe, which will open up the game for whoever plays quarterback back there. Run game helps a lot. This game is a must win. It's either going to make the season completely fall apart, and that's a fact. This is a must win game, and it's also, like I said earlier, it's the STG. It's the season turnaround game. This is the game that's going to either turn around ours or the Chargers, but I know it's going to be us, and I hope so. I'm hoping, and I'm very, I'm still going to have a little bit of positivity in me when it comes to that. You know, let's do it. Let's do it. You guys could play at another level. You guys heard what Adams had to say. You hear what the critics are saying. Now it's time to reach your potential and really turn this season around and show that you're better. Because at the end of the day, your next few opponents are very beatable teams. Very beatable teams. If you guys look on your screen there, after the Chargers, it's the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love, which they're decent, but let's be honest, it's the Green Bay Packers. Then you got the New England Patriots that we beat last year off of a luck, but still, I think we're capable of beating that team, especially with their offense not clicking too bad. Then you got the Chicago Bears, which Justin Fields, man, he's costing me my fantasy right now. Even though I'm 1-2 on both leagues right now, he's not doing too good, but that's good for us. They're a team that's rebuilding. and the Detroit Lions are the hardest team of those 5 right there. And then it's the New York Giants. If you turn around against the Chargers, if you turn it around, which we all know you could turn it around, but it's only a matter of time if you will turn it around. I don't know about you, Twan, but I think those are 4 winnable games out of 5. Between Green Bay, New England, Chicago, Detroit, and Giants. I think Detroit's the best team on there. And that's it. Those are 4. I think they're 5 winnable games because you could beat anybody. But I would say, realistically, if you turn the season around and if you really execute on Sunday and you show what you got, you could beat 4 of those 5 teams easily. So
Yeah.
hopefully, one game at a time at the end of the day. That's the only time I'm going to be a little bit into the future. But it's time to execute on Sunday, man. It's time. So, I
I,
think
I
that's yeah. Go.
yeah, I agree with you. They still have there's still an opportunity to get some things rolling for ourselves, especially like I said, if we go 2-2, that we could roll that in there. I know that schedule wise, I know there is a section of that schedule that I said is kind of like murder's row, but if you stack up a good couple of wins before you get to that situation, to that block, it will help us, and we got to handle those games. We look good on paper, you know what I'm saying, especially offensively. We look really good on paper, but we need to see that come to
Yeah,
light.
in fact, and there's some news that I forgot to talk about. Max Crosby missed practice today with a knee injury. Hopefully, it's not too much. That's something to monitor. He was limited in yesterday's practice. And again, hopefully he gets well because we don't want him. This is a game that we don't want Max Crosby to miss, man. Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, back to practice. If you guys missed the news, on top of that, they had some very interesting words as far as Devontae Adams goes, saying that, "Hey, I don't got all year. We got to do it now." Um, of course, congratulations to Adams becoming the 5th of all time in red zone touchdowns in NFL history. So congratulations to Adams, breaking records. Is still getting up there in top 5. And on top of that, also, um, I think the injury report. I think that's the last thing I think I'm gonna bring up, and then the final thoughts. Let me see. A second. Here it is. Okay, it happened an hour ago. Great, for sure, Perfect, perfect. So here I'm gonna share my screen on the injury report for Sunday, and then we will say our final thoughts. Final thoughts. And here you go on your screen right here. You have Jacorian Bennett with the hamstring, but limited practice all week. Which by tomorrow he will be full participant. If I were to guess on the standpoint there, Curtis Bolton did not participate both days at his knee injury, which it kind of looks like he might not. He might be out. Max Crosby, I just talked about, did not participate today. Was limited on Wednesday. Jimmy Garoppolo did not participate yesterday. Became limited today. Broderick Tiner went from limited practice to did not play with an Achilles injury. That's something to monitor. He might be out.
Ooh.
Malcolm Kuntz became a limited participant. Byron Young, which there will most likely be a go. The Chargers, Joey Bosa, all week long did not participate with a hamstring / toe injury. Something to monitor. Austin Eckler looks like this is the week he returns, which everybody knows he makes their offense a lot better. So that's something to monitor. Limited participant all week. Gerald Everett, I think this is starting tight end, did not participate all week, but it's an illness. Alohi Gilman, which I think is their backup safety, did not participate all week. Derwin James, of course, their starting safety, did not participate all week. Hamstring injury. Something to monitor there. Eric Kendricks, which I like Eric Kendricks a lot. I wanted him as a free agent, but he's a limited participant with a hamstring injury. He looks like a go. Their center did not participate all week with an illness. Kenneth Murray, limited participant. Rashad Slater, limited. And Deion Leonard. There's a lot of people on their injury list. Holy sheez.
Yeah,
Anything that catches your eye from either
that
side?
part. Just in general, just the whole Chargers injury list is very, very intriguing, because this is what because even when I was trying to predict if we were going to win this game or lose the other one. Like I said that we were going to split. Like it when the first record came out, and I said the Chargers are going to be healthy week 1, but then the first game we play, and then the second week it's going to be a whole different team because they're going to have a grocery list full of players that are going to be gone, and guess what? Their grocery list of players are already gone, as you can tell on their roster. So it's one of those things you just have to keep an eye out on that, and we got to capitalize on that.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, shout out to Cool Kev. For me, what stands to me is 3 different players for them: Joey Bosa, Derwin James, and Austin Eckler. Because at the end of the day, even though Austin Eckler has been a limited participant all week, that shows you that, hey, we're gonna see if we could ease your way into the team. But if you're not healthy by the end of the week, you're out. That's what they're doing with Eckler, so that's something to monitor. Joey Bosa did not participate all week with 2 different injuries: a hamstring and a toe. That's 2. And then Derwin James did not participate all week with a hamstring. These are important injuries. Now, hopefully, Raphael, where did you see the Eckler is out for this week? If you could send it to me, please send it to me. But those are 3 things to monitor for there. So, Twan,
Yeah.
any final thoughts on this Sunday, man? Anything in general?
No, I like I said, we just got to capitalize on their injuries. We gotta, again, we should be in a sense of urgency, in this game. And of course, the Raider Nation is going to be, rocking and loud and continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? Every time they say whose house, let them know whose house it is. And hopefully the players on the field do the same. You know what I'm saying? Let them know whose house it is.
Yep. And for me, I'm gonna enjoy my time on Sunday, regardless. I hope we win. Like I said, and this is the pivotal moment in the season. Also, I can't wait to meet a lot of you guys, man, that I haven't met yet, and it's gonna be a good time. Let's go out there, have a good time. Screw the negativity and stuff like that. And um, on behalf of the game in general, on the field, Raiders, this is the time. This is the pivotal moment that I keep saying. Week 4, turn the season around, show that potential we all know you possess, and we know you could play at a next level. And hopefully, Adams, the way you're saying it publicly, hopefully you're being a leader in that locker room that we know you are, and light a fire under them, like we said earlier. And also go out there and at least show that you're out there to win. Don't give up. Hey, at the end of the day, it's 4 quarters, not 1, not 2, not 3, or not, but 4 quarters at the end of the day. And you got to go execute. It's against a division rival. We hate the Chargers. It's time to win. It's time to win. Um, but of course, for me, thank you for everybody that showed up here, man. We had over 56 plus throughout the whole live. It just became 48 now. But it's the end of the show anyways. So we appreciate you guys for being here. We feel you had 50 strong throughout the whole live. That means a lot to both of us. Go subscribe if you're new. Uh Twan, this is his first year, pretty much first season officially on YouTube, as his own channel. He's been on a lot of our channels. Go support him, Raider Twuan, always bringing you videos, lives, and it's always at random times, but it's always a good show when he goes out there and does it. So go check it out. There, go hit that bell notification because that notifies you when he goes live on whichever time he goes live at. For me, set schedule is obviously Monday post game, Thursday 2 for 1 Nation podcast, of course, and then the third one. Did say that this week I was gonna start getting content creators from other teams, but next week for sure I'm going to start. I don't know if I'm gonna do it either Wednesday or Friday, but I think Wednesday might be the more outlook. Either Wednesday or Tuesday would be the outlook for that show. I need to come up with the name, but of course, I'm gonna have content creators from other teams come on here, talk about the team, give us the insight on what's happening at practice, what's happening with their team, how did their week go before, and give them their standpoint from our team from an outside standpoint of the nation. So stay tuned for that. Every day is an opportunity to make a difference. There you go, Kevin Lurker, man. That's what it's about. And as far as like final sayings for me, blessings to you guys and your families, of course, always. If you're going through a tough times never last, but tough people do, and you guys are some tough people, man. Twan, you got any encouraging words for them or anything, man? You want to leave them with?
Hey, look, you guys, help a brother out. If you guys are on SC's channel, go ahead and I think the link is out there on the
Mhm.
on the in the chat. Definitely go ahead and subscribe. I'm a couple away from 250 subscribers, so definitely
Hell yeah.
help out your brother and do that for me. Again, like I say all the time on my channel, you're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. If you're interested in being a donor, that link is in my description of all my videos. Over at Raider Twuan, we are advocates for being an organ donor, so definitely be an organ donor. And if you need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at Twuan, TWUAN. Your business is between me, you, and the Lord. I'm gonna put your business out there on the street. Let me know what's going on so I could be in prayer for whatever's going on in your life. So, again, thank you guys.
For me, I want to give a big thank you to you guys because I hit a milestone of 500,000 views on the channel.
Yeah.
If anybody knows how the YouTube goes, it's kind of harder to get views by just doing lives. And I don't really do videos. I only have done one video, and you guys go check my channel. It was my very first preview. I think it was my preview or post game of the Chiefs game 2 seasons ago, the season before last season. So, for me, it's difficult getting views as a live, but of course, shorts help with that. And of course, I'm gonna start posting more shorts of these podcasts. So when anybody misses the podcast or doesn't want to go back on the live, hey, go check out the shorts. But I appreciate you guys for that 500,000 views, man. And we're on the road to a million on this channel. Also, we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So if you guys can push
Wow.
out the word, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And like me, like I said, blessings to you guys and your families, man. Remember, don't drink and drive either. Go enjoy your days, enjoy your night, and whatever the case may be. Hey, life is too short, so tell your loved ones you love them, man. At the end of the day, so shout out to you guys, man. And on behalf of me, the SC Experience, aka your boy Eric, and Raider Twuan to my left, on my left, and then your guys is right, I think. Uh, you already know, man. Brown crackers, Capri Suns all day, every day, man. Juice box, whatever the case may be, man. We gonna have fun, man. The next few days, and on Sunday, of course, the Raiders Chargers. I will be there. If you're gonna be there, hit me up on IG. My IG is getting posted in the thing. Also, shout out to all the mods out there, man. We appreciate you guys, man. And it's the 2 for 1 special, man. 2 for 1 Nation podcast, man. Until next time, y'all. Next Thursday, we are out. Peace.